In 16th century Japan, sword fighting was considered of paramount importance due to its significant role in samurai culture and warfare. It was highly prevalent, with samurai warriors dedicating their lives to mastering the art of the sword. The sword was not only a weapon but also a symbol of status, honor, and spiritual discipline. Samurai regarded their swords as an extension of their own soul and believed that mastery of the sword was essential to uphold their code of Bushido, the way of the warrior. Swordsmanship was practiced rigorously and revered as a highly esteemed skill, with various schools emerging across Japan. The ability to wield a sword skillfully was a mark of distinction and often determined social standing and success in battle. Miyamoto Musashi stood out as the undisputed greatest in sword fighting. Despite the widespread knowledge of various techniques and formidable opponents, Musashi remained undefeated in all of his 61 recorded duels. His exceptional skills with the sword earned him an unmatched reputation as a swordsman of legendary status in Japanese history. He made a name for himself by the age of 21. Usually ones with early success tend to disappear quickly, but Musashi sustained and remained a legend till his death. With the help of 3 incidents, let's understand how he became the legend he is. Incident 1. Musashi had participated in a duel with a samurai called Genzaman. Musashi killed him and his younger brothers. Seeking revenge, Matashikiro's son challenged Musashi to a sword fight. He actually planned to ambush Musashi with a small army and kill him instead of facing him in a sword fight, so he brought along with him a small army and hid them in the bushes. Musashi usually arrived late for all his battles, so this army was waiting to ambush him. But out of nowhere Musashi leapt at the army in a surprise attack and killed them all. What had actually happened was Musashi sensed something was wrong and arrived way earlier to hide and observe his enemy. Incident 2. Baiken, an undefeated warrior who used a steel ball and a sickle as weapon, heard about Musashi and challenged him to a duel. His friends advised him to not take this up, as Baiken defeated all his opponents by hurling his steel ball and forcing his enemy backward and then using his sickle to slash him. A samurai's sword was no match to these weapons. Everyone expected Musashi to die in the hands of Baiken just like others, but Musashi boldly went forward with a new tactic. Instead of allowing Baiken to charge at him, he charged first with the use of one short and other long sword. This shocked Baiken, suddenly knocking him off balance with a blow of the short sword and then, in a split second, followed with a thrust of the long one, stabbing him through and killing him. Incident 3. After a few years of fame, Musashi met another samurai, Sasaki Gonryu. Gonryu was famously known for his long sword that seemed to be possessed by a divine warlike spirit. Musashi challenged him for a duel in a small island. On the day of the duel, the island was filled. People were eagerly waiting for a fight between 2 great warriors. Gonryu arrived on time, but Musashi was not found anywhere. An hour, then 2 hours went by and still no traces of him. Then as people left, they saw a boat approaching the island. Musashi got down dreamy with a dirty towel as headband and a wooden oar for sword. When Gonryu asked, "Are you late because you are scared of me?" Musashi replied sarcastically, which angered Gonryu. The angry Gonryu aimed at Musashi's head but missed and hit his towel. At the same, Musashi knocked Gonryu off his feet. When he struggled to get up, he killed him with one strike with just a wooden oar. Then he went back to his boat and left the island. If you keenly notice the previous incidents, you will understand that Musashi constantly adapts himself to his enemy. He doesn't use the same technique hoping it will work. He understands the enemy deeply and changes his tactics accordingly. Similarly, if you constantly reinvent yourself and adapt to the changing times, you will also remain invincible. Think of all the important things you do. Be it in work, school, home. List them down, focus on the most important ones and write down what you can do to improve what you are currently doing. Do this periodically and execute them, you will also become invincible.